Did your car break down?
Matt, it's great talking to you, man. And, it's funny because when I was going through the stuff, we're going to talk about the new album, and congrats on that. I was thinking about the first time you and I met here in Toronto. It was over by the lake shore, by the Chorus building. Beautiful day.
Yeah.
People jogging, walking around, sitting on benches, having a good time. It was a great interview, and thank you for that. Who would have thought, blink of an eye, as I speak, the weather's great, but man, the whole world not doing so great with the coronavirus. How are you doing right now? And where are you right now?
Well, I'm really good. And right now I'm in Quebec. So in Saint-Hippolyte-Laurentide. It's like not really far from Montreal. So I'm there right now. But I'm good. All my families are like really good, and it's a tough time, but at the end it's going to be good, I think.
I think so too, but Quebec's having a real hard time in this country.
Oh, yes, it's really hard. It's like the virus, it's everywhere, but for Montreal, it's I think like the worst city for that virus. So it's not really, it's tough, but it's, I'm just, I can't explain that right now because I'm stuck at home like everybody here, and, all the Canada are stuck at home too, but, it's really hard because we have a lot of case right now, and, it's tough to going and like to go and see my family and all that stuff, so,
as we're all having a tough time, it's great that you're releasing a new album. Was it a tough decision to decide to release a new album during this time? I mean, what are your thoughts?
Well, I think no, it's not like a tough decision for me, because I really think that the people need some new stuff, need some love, need some music, and I was like, okay, let's go. I'm going to release my next album. It's going to call More, and it's going to be released in June 5th. So I really think the people just need some new stuff right now. So, it's not a big decision for me and for all the team,
When did you record this album, and what were your thought patterns? Like, how did you want this album to represent you now in this time in your career?
Well, first of all, I record the album with my buddy Danik Duspel and Tebe in Nashville, Tennessee. So I worked really hard on that, really hard on my accent too when I'm singing, because I'm not it's not my first language. So, but I had a great time with those guys, and it's that album. To me, it's like. I really like, first of all, I really like the Bakersfield sound, like Dwight Yoakam, like old country stuff. And I think that album, it's on that way, like the old country stuff, it's more like vintage, when I'm like, to me, it's that, It's a new sound for all the Matt Lang team.
What about stories? What kind of stories did you want to tell in this album?
Well, about love, of course, about love, because I think love is everywhere, and dancing too, like road trip for like honky tonk bars, and all that kind of stuff.
What's the new single called, and what's it about?
Yes, the first single is Getcha, and it's a guy flirting with a girl, and he wants her to dance with him, and it's a little bit more country with a modern twist. So yeah.
Girl, I wanna get you in the middle of the sawdust dance floor, holding on. 1, 2 step into a country song. Girl, I wanna get you like that.
With this album coming out, have you been doing any live stream performances on social media? Because, of course, it's going to be a long time before we can actually have live performances happening anywhere. Have you been doing that? I'm just curious, what's the reaction been like if you have?
Well, I did some Facebook Live each Friday night, and Instagram too. I played that song on Facebook, but for the album, I'm gonna wait June 5th, and probably I'm gonna do some Facebook or Instagram Live for like a release party. So yeah, it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be awesome.
Looking forward to that and looking forward to the album to come out. Look, the way the world is these days, social media is the place to go because this is where we got to follow you to see what you're doing as we're all sort of locked down. Where do we go to follow you on social media and all your platforms?
Yeah, Facebook, it's Matt Lang. Instagram, it's Matt Lang Music. And, I just opened my new, it's a new account on TikTok, too. So, you can join me on Matt Lang Music, too, on TikTok.
I cannot do TikTok. I just can't. But I will definitely check out yours, my friend. Hey, look, Matt, thanks for making time to speak with me. Thank you so much for putting out music in this tough time. You be safe, my friend, and your family also, because I'm looking forward to hopefully maybe by the end of the year or maybe next year that we can do another interview, but this time it has to be in person, my friend.
Of course, and thank you very much for your time, too.
All right, you take care, and we'll talk soon.
Yes, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.